Rashad, why you didn't
Anyways,
hit me up?
What's up, Rashad? Hey, Rashad.
What's up, Rashad?
Thank you, Rashad.
brother, I love you, brother. Trump lit
What's up,
in it,
Rashad?
yeah.
What it do, boy?
Hey, Rashad.
Brandy. I wanna be down for what you're going through. I wanna be down. I wanna be down. All right. Anyways, so she left the show in the middle of the Chicago show yesterday. She was singing and she walked off the stage and she didn't come back. Then she released this long PR statement. I saw via Vaughn first. Shouts out to Vaughn, her publicist. I worked with him a lot in my old job, and then he posted it from her page as well. He like posted it 3 times, and then I seen someone else post it. Shout out to Precise, friend and things of that sort. He posted it up in Chicago. So with that being said, this is my first time seeing what happened and reading the actual statement instead of just looking like, wow, those are a lot of paragraphs. Let's get to it.
Imagine going to the Boys Mind tour and they don't play The Boy Is Mine. I think something happened to Brandy, conspiracy theory, that she's on stage and then out of nowhere, she goes, hey y'all, the sound is off, the sound is off, it's weird. And then she walks off stage in the middle of one of her songs and goes, y'all, I gotta go fix my, and then she never came back. And then they never did The Boy Is Mine. I didn't pay for the tickets, but I want my money back. That's wild. I mean, I want my money back, but I want something. That's weird. I hope she's okay. I hope she's okay.
Wow, that's crazy. So you went to the Boys Mind tour and you didn't hear the Boys Mind. This is exactly why I don't be spending my money on just anybody. There's about 3 artists that can get my money, no questions asked. I'm not gonna lie, I feel the same, bro. I feel the same, like, because for some artists, if it's not the way that they want it, they'll stop the show and not do it or just leave. And it's like, bro, like, my money and my night, my plans and everything is at the hands of your feelings right now. Like, or like, you know what I mean? Like, I understand you want it done a particular way and you don't want things to be done the wrong way. But think about like the fans. Like, if I went to the show in Chicago and I live in Indiana and you guys weren't coming to Indiana, so I drove for over an hour to get to Chicago. I planned this out for a month or two. I bought the tickets. I planned to travel, everything like that. Time coming back, all of the things, right? Say I did all that. I show up, and since the sound is off, you don't want to do the show. However, on the other end, for the artist, you got to think about 2025. 2025 now. If you can't, you know what I'm saying? If you can't do the show all the way right, people gonna be recording. And what they're gonna do when they record, they're gonna post. Oh, child, Brandy sounded a mess tonight. Keisha Cole sounded a mess tonight. We done seen it with all of the artists I'm naming right now. So and so looked and sounded a mess tonight. We hear and see it all the time going viral. Every show. If a singer goes up there on the stage and sound like they can't sing, oh man, R&B love, whatever the page is, they gonna post it. So and so fans show video of so and so performing at a recent show in Denver. They're gonna do it every single time, bro. So you do have to make sure you're on point if you're an artist, especially a singer, because people are gonna be nitpicking each and every single little thing. At the same time, the people paid to come see you, like, regardless. Like, I remember I went to ironic thing to bring up. The Call Me If You Get Lost tour from Tyler, the Creator. I think that was 2022 because the album came out 2021. So 2022 back in Atlanta. And I even flew back early from a work trip to get back to see it in Atlanta. And I remember my manager at the time, you know, my publisher, the founder and everything of the company, he was like, bro, I could just get you tickets to see him in LA or see him in Vegas. I was like, no, man, I want to see him in Atlanta. I know the energy is going to be different. They're going to be chanting ATL. Like, I'm trying to see all that. So he said, all right, go ahead. So I got to leave early and come back to Atlanta and watch the concert that I paid the tickets for. Tyler had this main thing on Twitter before he went on the road. He said, don't turn on your lights. Don't turn on your cell phone lights, because I have a specific thing throughout the arena that I want it to be specific lights at a specific time. And if you guys have on your cell phone lights, it's going to throw it off. So please just turn your flashes off during the show and enjoy the show. So, we get there, and probably about in the middle of the set, he goes, yo, the lights, Atlanta, these lights is crazy. Y'all tripping with the lights. And he keeps talking about the lights all night. Mind you, I do not care about the lights. I'm having a blast hearing all these songs that I enjoy from the Call Me If You Get Lost album. I'm having a ball, man. Instead, oh, dun, 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 dun. He doing the nay. Dun, 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 dun. Royce pull up, black boy hop out. I'm loving it, man. I'm having a blast, and he's complaining about the lights. So he says, meanwhile, while they try to get the lights together, let's try this out. And then he did the new song, which was new at the time. It was like, come on, let's go. And at the beginning he says, I'm Georgia Peacha East Side, like it's ATL. And the energy was amazing. He bragged about it the next time he came to Atlanta. Anyways, I say all this to say this, bro. Artists can get real nitpicky about the things. However, regardless of nitpicky about the things, bro kept going and he finished the show out. And I appreciate that. Thank you, Tyler. Another one, ironic again, Childish Gambino. Deep Web Tour in 2014. He has a whole thing with a screen and an interactive thing and this and that. And he was like, hey, so it's supposed to be raining tonight. If it rains, with all the technology we have on, we won't be able to give you the full show or experience. But I promise you, if this gets rained out and we can't give you the full show, I'll be back here next week and do this show for free. I promise that. And then we was like, and some people was like, let it rain, let it rain. I was like, whatever. But he did the full show and he completed it. I'm saying things as a performer aren't always going to be perfect, which Brandy knows more than I'm not teaching Brandy anything. Brandy's been Brandy since the 90s. Like, she's been Brandy for the last 30 years. You know what I'm saying? I've been on the earth for the last 30 years. She's been Brandy for the brand. Anyway, but it's still like, finish out your show, bro. Like, people come from all over the world, bro. All over the world, all over the country, all over that region of the United States, scraping up their last dollars to come see a full show. Give them a full show. Even if the technology and the sound system aren't, cooperating the way they're supposed to. Like, bro, like, give the people a show, bro. Like, they came to get a show. Give the people a show. So anyways, with that being said, me speaking in circles for a few minutes, here is the full statement from her. To my dear fans in Chicago, thank you for the overwhelming love, support, and most importantly, your prayers. I sincerely apologize for the abrupt end to last night's performance in Chicago. After weeks of nonstop rehearsals, last night I experienced dehydration and feelings of wanting to faint. Everyone involved agreed that prioritizing my well-being was of the utmost importance. I still made the decision to try to return and give it my all despite not feeling okay, with having to make some adjustments and with the show being very technical. Unfortunately, it was impossible to fully connect sonically with the production. I really appreciate everyone's best efforts. Oh, okay, this sounds okay. Shouts out to Brandy. This sounds like a lie. All of this sounds like a lie. I was dehydrated. I was about to faint. I didn't feel well. But also, this little thing happened where the production and the sound was off. No, it just sounds like you were just upset about the sound being off. All of this was BS. Folks, whoever wrote the statement, what are we doing here? why did no tell like you've been feeling dehydrated, you've been tired of this, that. We don't care. Like, I'm sorry, we do not care. No one is talking to a professional athlete. Oh man, I feel so sorry, man. This professional athlete is no, they get paid lots of more money than the usual person. So this is why I feel, bro. If you feel like you about to faint, dehydrated, you didn't get enough rest, you didn't prepare yourself adequately to go through the tour, it's fine. Donald Glover does it all the time. Joker got hurt 2-3 tours in a row. And then the last tour, his final tour ever, he had to cancel the rest of it because he had some mysterious illness. And he said he was sick in Atlanta and everything like that. And he pushed through and he performed for us. Thank you, Donald, again for performing in your hometown of Atlanta before you shut down the show after performing in New Orleans. However, at the same time, bro, like, 2 Chainz went out there in a dang wheelchair, bro, when he broke his leg, when he broke his foot, and had just a model push him around the stage. And he performed and he still rap. What I feel about like a singer, especially if you are about to faint, if you stutter this and that, just sit in a chair and sing. Sit in a stool and sing. Sit in a chair and sing, and have 3 assistants around you and some backup dancers doing their thing around you and stuff like that. Get some water, have a water break, intermission, all the good stuff. Everything you need to do to make sure you're good. That's why I say I don't believe this, bro. I don't believe none of this. This is what I believe. Because the person there said, oh, all of a sudden she just said the production, the sound, and she never came back. I'm deeply grateful to my sister Monica for stepping up with such grace and professionalism, and the entire crew for their continued care and support. I went from the arena to a doctor nearby and have taken the proper precautions to help moving forward. Your understanding, patience, and unwavering belief mean the world to me. I look forward to returning to the stage stronger and more grateful than ever, alongside with my girl Monica tonight in Indianapolis. With all my love, Brandy. Another thing, artists all the time get IVs and see the doctor after shows all the time because they don't feel well. They still finish the shows. But I don't know. Maybe I sound a bit harsh. Because if all of this is the actual reason why she ended the show, not just like in addition to ending the show, because a lot of that other stuff she was saying is probably stuff that happens on everybody's tour all the time. But in addition to it happened to the show, I apologize. I should have more empathy. 100%. Yes. But like what it feels like off top, based off of what this man said and what you mentioned briefly, the smallest part of what you mentioned in this entire long statement, most of the statement is focused on I was sick. The little part right here that you mentioned, one sentence, I ain't like what the production stage was talking about.
And then she walks off stage, and then out of nowhere, she goes, hey, y'all, the sound is off. It's weird. And then she walks off stage in the middle of one of her songs and goes, y'all, I gotta go fix mine. And then she never came back. And then they never did A Boy Is Mine.
So there it is. There it is, bro. Let me see what the comments are saying. What they say, share it. There's a video of her going off on sound producers. So there it is. Oh, here it is right here. Yeah, she talking about, I knew, okay. So there it is right there. She don't look sick right there. She don't look sick. Y'all are weird. Let someone ask you to do your job just because. That's not the same thing, bro. People was driving from so-and-so. Man, I would hate to wait on y'all's tables. Something ain't going right out of your control and people ain't fixing the issue. Just do anything for me because I'm entitled. Y'all are delusional. Stay home. It's sad expecting respect and communication as being delusional. So what? There's thousands of people who paid for a show. Get it together. You got a problem with the sound? You don't just storm off. Talk to the audience. Sing a cappella. She's so pity acting a brat at her age. I love Brandy, but it doesn't mean I got to be a yes person. 100%. It's sad expecting respect and communication as being delusional. Okay. Kay, is that what you mean? Because what more? He must work for Brandy. You must work for Brandy. You don't storm off, talk to your audience. That was my initial response. Now I was surrounded by a lot of unnecessary stuff, which is why I responded. I'll be redirect you back to my initial comment on the OG post. Lots of more of them with this expected experience or what you think it should. Stuff happens in real time. It's just life. Unnecessary to you. That was your interpretation of my message. Stuff happens indeed. Treating your audience differently is asking too much, apparently. Another example. Yo, who is you, bruh? Gosh, Lee. Who is it, bro? Usher. Usher was at Birthday Bash, right? When Lotto did Birthday Bash. I don't remember when that was. Was that 2 years? It might have been 2 years ago. Lotto did Birthday Bash 2 years ago. She brings out Usher. The sound is going crazy. The DJ, the sound people, it's all ghetto, she said. But it wouldn't be Birthday Bash if we weren't big ghetto, right? Usher comes out. They mess it up for Usher. She said, "Ooh, someone get fired because it's Usher." Usher just looked. He smiled at the crowd and he performed a cappella. This is Usher coming out for Lotto. Lotto probably ain't even pay Usher. Usher probably doing this for the love of ATL, Birthday Bash, and Lotto. That's how you do it, bro. Because at the end of the day, these people came out to see a great show. If Usher come out and he sing, "You are my superstar," then you're going to be, man, you're going to be hyped up. You're going to be turned up. You're going to be, oh, man. You don't want to see Usher storm off just because the Hot 107.9 producers or the State Farm Arena producers can't get the news right, can't get the music right. You know, so that's how I feel about the whole situation, bro. Like Brandy, and that confirms what I thought with what the fan witness said and what the comments are saying and what the other TikTok thing said. This statement is a bunch of baloney. You actually put the real reason in for one sentence and it's filled over by a bunch of fluff. It's like a sandwich. Like, you know, when like if you're a manager or something, you're criticizing someone, you have to critique someone with the sandwich. So you give them, you know, a compliment, in with the compliment, and in the middle you give them the critique of what you actually want to tell them. And that's what this is right here. That's what the statement is right here. It's just a critique sandwich. All right, let's go to the next thing, man.
Rashad, why you didn't hit me up?
What's up, Rashad? Hey, Rashad.
What's up, Rashad?
Thank you, Rashad.
Brother, I love you, brother.
What's up, Rashad? What it do, boy?
Hey, Rashad.